Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of different products that I've got here from Josh Rosebrook. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Josh Rosebrook, this is like an all-natural indie skincare brand from the US. It has got like a really cult following. People that are into natural products particularly love this brand, and I have to say I think that the products are really, really good. So if you are on the lookout for new natural skincare products, then I think that these ones could be really interesting for you. I'm actually going to start with the Hydrating Accelerator because that's what some of you might be here to see in particular. That is like a really popular product from the brand. Caroline Hirons spoke about it, I don't know, about 6 months ago. And ever since, all I've seen on Instagram is people that are either using it and raving about it or saying that they really, really want to try it. So I thought it would be interesting to talk about this. One thing I've noticed is with the Josh Rosebrook products, the inky list is vast. He uses tons and tons of products. Everything is something that I would recognize. It's not like some long scientific name because obviously, you know, it's from natural origin, plant-based origins. But they're really, really long. So I can't kind of decipher any specific ingredients. There's just a whole ton of them. But the one thing that I notice about all of the products is that they feel very active on the skin. I can always feel like they're doing something to the skin. Some of them show more results and some of them don't necessarily. And that's one thing I must say about the hydrating mist. I don't get what all the fuss is about with this. It's a lovely mist, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't make a noticeable difference on my skin other than it just adds like a layer of hydration and it kind of, you can feel it, but it doesn't necessarily plump up my skin like the most amazing hyaluronic acid or brighten my skin or make it glowy or anything like that. It's just a nice hydrating mist and that's about it. So I think that mists are a little bit like eye creams. You could take them or leave them. You don't necessarily need them in your skincare routine. But if you do like to do multiple steps, I know I've become addicted to using eye creams. I used to kind of leave them out completely, but now I love them and I can't live without them. So some of you I know are like that with mists as well. I still use them and I feel like they can be a really good sandwich for hyaluronic acid, especially when the air is dry at home. You can kind of put your hyaluronic acid on and then spray a mist on top, and then that gives the hyaluronic acid something to hold within the skin when the air around you is really, really dry. So that's where I think that they come in handy. It's what I like to use this one for. All in all, I think that it is a lovely hydrating mist, but it's not going to make a big difference on your skin other than help keep it hydrated. This is the Complete Moisture Cleanse. I like to use this as a second cleanse in the evening or as a first cleanse, single cleanse in the morning if I do that. This is a really nice, gentle but effective cleanser. It's kind of like a gel, cream type gel type consistency. You only need like 1 or 2 pumps, so it's not like a balm or like an oil that you really massage into your face. You do need to add water to it and then emulsify it, so it's not necessarily something that I would use to take off my SPF and that kind of thing. People have said that it does work for that, but personally I prefer something that's a bit more kind of greasy, or even a gel that you can really massage the product on its own without any water into the skin before kind of wiping with a washcloth. But that being said, it is still a very thorough cleanser. I feel like I wasn't expecting it to leave my skin feeling so clean. It's not harsh, it's definitely gentle, but I can really feel that it's cleaned my skin, and sometimes that's a nice feeling, but it also doesn't leave the skin feeling stripped or anything like that whatsoever. So that's a really kind of small but mighty cleanser. I like it. Next, I've got 2 masks. I'm going to start with the Cacao Antioxidant mask. You can see that it's kind of smeared over the pot slightly. It's like, this one's almost empty. This is like a super dark chocolatey mask with cocoa and many, many other ingredients in it. This is probably my favorite product that I've tried from Josh Rosebrook. I feel like this is the one that makes the most noticeable difference on my skin. The first time I used it though, I was a little bit disappointed because it just dried very quickly onto the skin, and then I feel like once a mask has dried, I don't see how it can continue working on the skin. I feel like it almost has to have some kind of moisture in it to be active and working within the skin. This dried out very quickly once it was on my face, and I had just applied a small layer of it though, so I kind of tried dabbing some water on to bring it back to life again, but it kind of, yeah, after 2 minutes it was dry. So the next time I tried applying a much thicker layer of it to the skin and had a completely different experience. It stayed moist in my skin for like more than 20 minutes, which was perfect. When I wiped it off, my skin was quite red, but not in an irritated way, more in a, like the circulation and blood flow was completely brought to life within my skin. The redness soon went down and I was left with super hydrated, plumped up, really, really glowy skin. So this is nice if you kind of were going to an event or a party, or your skin is just a bit dull and lackluster and you want to kind of bring it back to life and make it nice and glowy, then this is a really good option. So I really like that. And it's like putting chocolate on your face and it smells delicious. The last one I'm going to show you is the Advanced Hydration Mask. This is like a nice light blue color and it's got a really nice fresh smell to it. It's lovely. This is a really good hydrating mask. I think that you can also use this as a moisturizer at night. It does melt into the skin and become quite heavy, but that's nice because you really do feel like it is like quenching like thirsty skin. So if your skin is like dry or dehydrated and a little bit irritated, which it can get at this time of year, I feel like it just soothes the skin really well and hydrates it perfectly. So that's really good. If you do apply a thick layer, then you might just want to kind of towel off the excess after about 10-15 minutes. Otherwise it might be a bit too much, especially if you're using it at night. It will probably go on your pillow and end up in your hair and everywhere. And if you're using it during the day, then it would be difficult to layer other products on top of it. I really like to use it in the morning. I have to get up early to walk the dog every day. So what I tend to do is wipe over my face with a damp washcloth, and then I apply a thick layer of this before I leave the house. And it just hydrates my skin, but it also creates a bit of a barrier from the super cold that we're having outside at the moment. And then when I get home, my skin looks really kind of plumped up and glowy, and that's really, really nice to do that. And then I just kind of, again, wipe over my face with a washcloth to remove any excess off, and then go in with my skincare routine as normal. That's kind of a good overview of the different 4 products. If you've got any more kind of specific questions, because I didn't go super in depth with them all, but if you have got any questions, then you can always let me know in the comments below. If you've tried any other products from Josh Rosebrook and you think that I should perhaps try them out, then I would love to know. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.